I mean, there's going to be a lot of good players in the Premier League. Already we know that, but there could be some incredible talents. You heard Lewandowski, you heard Haaland there. Chelsea in the mix to sign one of those two. They're not going to let City run away with anything. Harry Kane's out there, who knows? But let's talk about Chelsea's striker dilemma in that area. Chris Iwelumo alongside myself, Hugh Wilson-Croft, on kickoff this evening, because I'm not necessarily sure that Chelsea need a striker. Maybe Roman Abramovich, the owner, thinks they do. I mean, he's the best thing about him in terms of the way that he runs the club is, I've said this before, he likes to push the envelope. He moves aggressively in the transfer market. The club is run really well in that regard. You know, people complain about the amount of loans, but the reality is it works for them. It works financially, and they reinvest in the squad. They're going to sell a host of players for good money this summer probably, and they'll be able to bring good ones in. But do they need that top-tier striker to be Premier League champions?
I think they do. What I will say about Timo Werner, I think he'll come back a better player. I'll be honest, I think that first season in the Premier League, getting up to speed, and like you say, he got in the end of a lot of chances, he missed a lot of chances, but his return was still not too bad at all. If they go out and get a Haaland, I'm going to put it out there, I think they'll probably go on and win the title. I'm just looking at it now. I'm looking at goals scored last season, 58 goals, right, compared to Man City's 83, Man United's 73, Liverpool's 68. Goals conceded, 36 compared to Man City's 32, Man United 42, Liverpool 42. Goals. That's what's needed. If they go out and spend and bring in a Haaland, a Lewandowski, a Lukaku, I think Tuchel's already proved, the manager, that he's had going and winning the Champions League. You know, doing what he's done what Pep's not been able to do in how many years in his first, well, not even a full campaign. And I just feel that, like you say, Abramovich, very aggressive in the transfer market. Wouldn't surprise me if they go and throw 140 million, whatever it is, to bring Haaland in. And wow if they did that.
But if they do that, that's the writing on the wall for Timo Werner as far as I'm concerned. He doesn't stay at the club.
Why?
He's a make weight, you know. He's going to be used as part of a deal to bring in one of those talents.
Well, that's a good shout.
He hasn't done well enough in the first year.
In saying that, you just heard Andy Brasso there. If they bring in Dusan Vlahovic and Kane stays, so you understand. So there is always room for that. Imagine having Werner and Haaland.
They're already heavily stocked at Chelsea. You know, all right, Tammy Abraham might go out, fair enough.
There's players that's going to be going out, but Chelsea...
Olivier Giroud's already gone. But it's a lot of money we're talking about. Let's start with Romelu Lukaku, an ex-Chelsea player. On this list, is he your number one? Haaland, Lewandowski or Kane?
On that list, Haaland's the one that I want to see in the Premier League. I will say Lukaku...
No, if you're Chelsea, who do you think they should sign out of the four of them if they're going to go aggressively for one?
That plays a part. The fact that they've let Lukaku go
in the past.
That plays a part, because you know what, the fact that he's been there, he's been in the building, they've allowed him to go. I know it happened with Pogba, but they've let some great players go that have went on and got the games that they needed to become the players that they are. Lukaku's a better player now than what he was at Man United. You know, he's evolved again. He's next level, but he's said that he wants to say. I think Haaland wants to come and test himself at the Premier League, the best competitive league in the world, in my opinion. And if Chelsea have that money, have an owner that says, you know what, I'm having a bit of that.
I think, as much as I said that about Timo Werner, that with what Chelsea currently have, Champions League winners, by the way, and the impact that their manager Thomas Tuchel has made since he's come to the Premier League.
You think they'll be up there challenging the Premier League's completely different from Champions League football? No, as you know.
No, but their performance in the Premier League was very, very good. I think they lost 2 games out of half the season, basically, under Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, but
they barely conceded any goals.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
what you read to me, they're not scoring enough goals.
What you read to me is their record, including the time under Frank Lampard. Now, under Thomas Tuchel, they are a totally different beast. I think they're good enough to win the Premier League without signing one of these great names. Of course, and any team wants to have one of them.
Nonsense.
But you just said to me, Timo Werner could improve. If he does improve, do they need a new flagship striker?
All I'm going to say to you, right, that is last season. Look at all the other teams strengthening. Look at all the other players they're bringing in. It's not the same teams. If Chelsea don't improve and add to that already quality squad that they've got with the manager in place, then they're falling behind again. That gap is, you understand what I mean? Other teams are investing, other teams are improving. Man City are probably going to go out and spend 200 plus million on the likes of Grealish and Kane to come in. How can Chelsea not compete with that? They have to go and bring a Haaland in to be able to bridge that gap.
Kick-off with Hugh Wozencroft, Tuesday to Thursday night, 7 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.